Here's a couple things from Truth Revolt. This first lady here is Annie Cyrus. She's a survivor of Sharia law from Iran, and she escaped. And I'm going to play a little bit of her story.
I am actually a testimony to what he told you. I was born and raised in the Islamic Republic of Iran under 100% Sharia, within 100% Sharia family. My father was a sheikh, which is a step higher than imam. I was called an adult woman at age 9 in Iran, and my father sold me to marriage at age 14. So I am a child bride. Did I escape? Yes. However, I came here with a promise, and that was freedom. And I can tell you, we don't have freedom today. We have Islamization. That's what we got. There are Muslims in this country, and it goes beyond California. The problem is in California today. The problem is everywhere, because this is what it is. In Quran, Allah said, turn every single breathing human into a Muslim, and I will bring you your peace day. So they have no choice but to do it. I know we all gonna fight, but fighting isn't enough. We need to educate every single person out there. It is real. I am 33 years old today, but when I was 14, they handed me over to a man who was older than me and had no issue beating me for every single reason he could find. When I went to court with a dislocated shoulder and a bruised face, and I asked for a divorce, the judge looked me in the eyes and said, well, young lady, you should obey your husband so he wouldn't have to beat you. And it's not that he was a bad man. No, in Quran, 4th Surah, Allah, on 34th verse says, if you think your wife is going to disobey you, if you think you don't need a proof, warn her, separate your bed, then beat her until she obeys you. That's the word of Allah. That's what they follow. And guess what? The brainwash is beyond what you can imagine. I had the Quran memorized at age 5. That's when they start. I don't know how or why. I was lucky enough to know the difference, but 9 out of 10 don't. You might look at someone here, American. Seriously, the guy's going to be American.
And the big irony here in the United States, we have, what's her name, Linda Sauer, as the Women's March speaker and organizer, and she's promoting this kind of treatment to women. At the same time, she's saying, look, we're having a peaceful protest, and we're just praying to Allah that we want a jihad against Trump. And she wants, publicly, it's like she wants it both ways, and you can't have it. At some point they're going to turn into Sharia law. The liberal establishment will morph into Sharia law at some point. It has to, in my opinion. Here's something on Sarsauer.
And Ray and Bond. And so, but when you put them together in the Arabic, what literally means Sarsoor means cockroach.
So Linda Sarsoor means cockroach. I feel better about Hazm Faraj right now. It was torture in school.
Try being a Meshni.
What does Meshni mean, by the way?
Well, it depends who you ask. But once I was on the border of Jordan, and a Jordanian soldier asked me, what does Meshni mean? And I told them it's a rejected lamb. This is the lamb that the mother doesn't want. And so this lamb goes through his whole life looking for his mother. And this is my life story.
Story of our lives, right? Hashtag ex-Muslim life, right? Okay, no, listen. So I find it a problem that Mrs. Sarsoor is calling for jihad on the White House. Like really. So tell us a little bit about why Sharia is so amazing for America.
The thing is, if she's declaring CNN jihad, because, the real jihad, which is what's in the Quran and the Hadith, which is violent jihad. But then you got the CNN jihad, which is you just think nice thoughts about the White House, which I don't think Linda Sarsour will be doing that. But the problem is, well, let me just say that in the Quran, it says that the testimony of one man, that would be me, one man, is worth two women.
It's in the Hadith, right?
And that's in the Quran too. The Quran says it. And it says, so the testimony of Linda Sarsour and Gloria Steinem, because Gloria Steinem has been preaching Islam recently on the Bill Maher show, defending Mohammed. Gloria Steinem, the founder of feminism in the U.S., is defending Mohammed. Bill Maher is trying to get her head screwed on correctly.
Listen, Bill Maher, and like all truth,
on this issue,
he was saying that
he's the only one that's gone
long ago.
Yeah.
He was. So 2 for 1.
So Haslam and me are, we're worth 4 women's testimony. We're more than Gloria Steinem, Linda Sarsour, Madonna, and
Hey! Oh God!
According to the Quran, we're worth 4 women's testimony. That's what Linda Sarsour wants to bring Sharia law to America, and that's what it means, Sharia law. Women, your testimony will be worth half of a man's testimony. When you go to court, you've got an abusive husband. Sorry, his testimony is worth 2 women's testimony. And this is according to the Quran. This is the top book. This is God's word.
Who is the sweetheart Muslim of America? He's I forget his name. He's in, I think, Tennessee.
Shaq.
Wears the glasses. My family for years harassed me with him, like as if talking to him was gonna get me back to Islam. He's the peaceful version of Linda Sarsour, basically.
Oh,
Anyway, I'll think about it. Yeah. He was talking about how great Sharia law is for America and how don't listen to the crazy people who are lying about the Sharia, because the Sharia is nothing more than a code for the kosher Jewish culture, right? And it's not.
Can I just tell you? You've seen 2 ex-Muslims. We are ex-Muslims. We believe in freedom of religion. We used to be Muslims. We're Christians now. But let me just say what will happen to us if there's Sharia law in America. Let me just read to you, because this is Allah's word. This isn't anybody's translation. It's not the word of Bukhari. It's in the Quran. Chapter 4, verse 89, about what's supposed to happen to us. Both of us, okay, if you accept Sharia law in America, it says, if they turn their backs, that's us who turned our backs on Islam, who forsook Islam, which everybody should do. If they turn their backs, pursue them and kill them wherever you find them. So you're supposed to kill us. And Muslims know this. They know it is a death penalty to what we were called kuffar, apostate, murtadeen. That's what the Quran says. But then it goes on in the Hadith. Just in case you don't understand, we don't want to translate what the Quran says. Let's say what, that's in Arabic. Let's say what the Sahih Bukhari explains. These are Muhammad's words. These are the words of Muhammad. And so he explains to us what it means. It's in Sahih al-Bukhari, 52, verse 260. The Prophet said, if somebody, a Muslim, discards his religion, kill him. It's very simple. Muhammad, he didn't waste any words about this. And then he says it again in Sahih al-Bukhari. This is the highest book. Next to the Quran, this is the number 1 book of Islam. After the Quran is the Sahih al-Bukhari.
It's all littered with stuff like that. It's crazy.
It says, in the words of the apostle of the religion, Muhammad, whoever changed his Islamic religion, then kill him. So, us 2, we're dead. We're already dead.
You think Linda Sarsour would disagree with that?
She wants to bring Sharia law to. But the thing is, Hassan, you won't pay interest on your credit card. You won't pay interest. You sure will die, but there's no interest on credit cards.
Listen, do you actually think? So here's why I can't I can't let go of the liberal community because they're uninformed about this issue.
They're deceived. They're CNNI.
So I need Bill Maher. I need more Bill Mahers. I need more bold Oprahs, and I need more bold.
I'm a bald Oprah. Oh, bold. I'm sorry. I pray for. I always pray for boldness, but my angel part of here.
I'm calling you out.
Okay, now here's Black Lives Matter responding to the NRA ad that Dana Lash did. They parody it, and at the end they say a bunch of stuff.
Place. Wait, Hold up. What's with the aggressive fear-mongering video tactics? Someone cut the music and bring up the lights. Better. We're talking.
So dramatic music and anything you might see in an action movie or in Dana Lash's video, it was all about the violence that the Black Lives Matter and all the George Soros funded protests, all the damage they did to buildings and things, and throwing trash cans, turning over cars, blowing up cars and whatever, setting fires. And that was all footage from that, and the liberals are ones doing it, but they're blaming Dana Lash for doing it, and the NRA for doing it, and all they're doing is calling them out.
About our lives here. When the NRA issues a public call to their constituents inciting violence against people who are constitutionally fighting for their lives, we don't take that lightly. We know that we are not safe, but we are not scared either. We will continue to produce media, teach students, march, and protest to not only protect the First Amendment as fiercely as the NRA protects the Second, but to protect our lives from gun-toting racists. We demand the NRA immediately remove their dangerous propaganda videos narrated by conservative talk radio hosts Dana Lash and Grant Stinchfield.
Okay. You see Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, Dignity and Power Now, the Reverence Project, and Resist. This guy who wrote this article afterwards here is Trey Sanchez. I haven't heard of him, but I haven't been reading. I don't read that all that much, But anyway, anybody else know the ISIS in the middle of Resist? Now, is that an actual homage to ISIS? Are they trying to copy ISIS? Are they trying to, what does that mean? Just put an E in there and it wouldn't have a problem, but this is kind of scary with the ISIS right there. And Black Lives Matter is already responsible for cop killings and all this other stuff. It's just getting scary out there.